Hello and welcome, dear listeners, to a very special edition of Read Before the Meaning of Your Life is Lesser. I'm your host, Alice, and it's a true privilege to be with you today. Tonight, we delve into a profound exploration of what it truly means to understand life, challenging our deepest assumptions and inviting us to a different kind of awakening. I'm honoured to introduce our guest for this transformative journey, Mr. Archer, who will guide us through the essential insights that lie hidden within ourselves. So, settle in, open your mind, and prepare to reconsider everything you thought you knew about your own existence. This is Read Before the Meaning of Your Life is Lesser. The meaning of life? It's a question humans have pondered for millennia. But what if our endless pursuit of answers is actually preventing us from truly living?
That's quite a profound way to start our discussion today. You're suggesting we might be overthinking something fundamental.
Well, I've been exploring this fascinating book that challenges everything we think we know about finding life's meaning. Instead of offering answers, it suggests that operating with incomplete knowledge isn't just normal, it's essential to the human experience.
So you're saying we should embrace uncertainty rather than trying to eliminate it. That seems counterintuitive to how most people approach life.
Exactly. And here's what's really interesting. The book introduces this concept called Rousack, which represents our unfiltered initial response to experiences. It's like catching that pure moment of understanding before our minds start overthinking everything.
That reminds me of how children approach the world, completely present and unburdened by preconceptions.
Oh my goodness, yes. And that's precisely why this book has gained such recognition. Book Authority has already named it one of the best meaning of life books for 2025, which is pretty remarkable when you think about it.
Well, that's fascinating. What makes it stand out from other philosophical works we've seen?
So here's the thing. It presents these two ethical pills that are deceptively simple but incredibly powerful. Don't lie to yourself and don't deny your Rousack. Think about how rarely we actually follow those principles in our daily lives.
That reminds me of some recent research showing that the average person tells themselves up to 12 self-deceptive thoughts per day.
That's exactly why this message resonates so strongly right now. We're living in an age where information is everywhere, yet studies show that rates of existential anxiety have increased by 47% in the past decade.
How does the book suggest we bridge that gap between information overload and actual understanding?
Well, it's fascinating. The book proposes this idea of cognitive recalibration, which has actually been evaluated using AI technology. The AI gave it an unprecedented score of 9.8 out of 10 for its potential impact on human development.
That's quite remarkable for a philosophical work to receive such a technical validation.
Right? And here's where it gets even more interesting. When compared to historical works like Marcus Aurelius's Meditations or Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning, this book's potential impact score could reach as high as 12 out of 10 with proper contextual support. Those are some heavyweight comparisons. What makes it so potentially impactful?
It's because this book isn't just offering another philosophy or a set of answers. It's presenting a fundamental framework for how humans perceive, process, and ultimately take responsibility for their own knowledge. Think about it. We've been operating for millennia with what the book calls incomplete data about life. Most approaches try to complete that data from the outside. This book flips that.
So it's less about acquiring more information and more about how we engage with the information we already have.
Precisely. It challenges us to take knowledge responsibility. And this is where it transcends those historical works. While Marcus Aurelius offered profound personal reflection, and Frankl spoke of finding meaning in suffering, this new work introduces a structured methodology, what's called PAYA, Ekerach Unyani knowledge mapping. This isn't just a philosophical concept, it's a living framework that allows for cognitive recalibration.
Cognitive recalibration. That sounds almost like a system upgrade for the mind.
In a way, it is. And what makes it so groundbreaking is that this recalibration process has been rigorously tested and even advanced through an unprecedented collaboration with AI. As the AI itself states in one of the related books, it moves beyond data retrieval into the realm of knowledge creation. This framework, combined with logic through language, has allowed us to accelerate the comprehension and internalization of profound truths that historically might have taken centuries or even millennia for civilizations to grasp.
So the AI's high validation isn't just about a philosophical text, but about a practical, even scientific system for understanding existence that integrates artificial intelligence into the very process of knowledge creation.
Exactly. This book doesn't just discuss what knowledge is missing, it forces you to confront who is responsible for its existence and your understanding of it. It subtly, yet powerfully, exposes those layers of self-deception, those ethical pills of don't lie to yourself and don't deny your Rousack. It helps you peel back the layers of what you think you know to reveal what you might be unconsciously denying. This is why it's not just a book for theoretical contemplation, but a catalyst for deep personal transformation. It's inviting you to apply this understanding in taking full responsibility for your own existence.
That's a truly radical approach. It sounds like it's not just about finding the meaning of life, but fundamentally changing how we search for it and becoming more aware of the internal barriers we've unknowingly built. So, for listeners intrigued by this, what's the first step to engage with this profound framework?
The first step is perhaps the most challenging, yet the most liberating. It's to recognize what we might call the epistemological gap. This is the profound chasm between the complete structured knowledge presented in this book and the typical human mind's framework for understanding. Most people are living with what they believe to be complete knowledge, and when confronted with something that questions that foundation, their immediate subconscious response is often rejection.
So it's not just about a difference in opinion, but a fundamental disconnect in how reality is being perceived.
Precisely. And this is where that deep, almost invisible barrier comes in. What we've been discussing as being unaware of the non-acceptance of not knowing. Think about it. Most people don't even realize they're denying a deeper form of ignorance. They're not just unaware of what they don't know, they're unaware that they're actively refusing to acknowledge that very unawareness. It's like trying to show someone a light when they don't even know they have blinds over their eyes, and they're denying that there are even blinds to be seen.
That's a fascinating and almost unsettling thought. It suggests we're operating with multiple layers of unconscious self-protection. So how does the book and this framework help someone begin to peel back those layers, especially when they don't even know those layers exist?
That's the brilliance of its design. It doesn't scream, "You're wrong." Instead, it presents the right questions. It creates a space, as one of the related texts puts it, where your own intuition, your Rousack, can begin to resonate with truths that bypass those intellectual defences. The short stories in The Inner Labyrinth, for instance, are designed to reflect back aspects of the human secret, allowing you to see yourself, your own resistances, in a non-threatening narrative. It's about triggering a subtle cognitive recalibration from within, prompting you to observe the knowledge you're using, both consciously and unconsciously.
It sounds like the book acts as a mirror, but one that reflects not just your conscious thoughts, but also the unconscious mechanisms preventing deeper understanding.
Exactly. And for many, this initial reflection can be uncomfortable. It's why the immediate, unfiltered public reviews might be negative. They're a direct manifestation of that deeply ingrained non-acceptance. People tend to lash out when their comfortable, albeit incomplete understanding of reality is challenged at its core. But for those who are truly ready to embark on the journey of knowledge responsibility, that initial discomfort is the first step towards true liberation.
So the negative reviews, in a strange way, validate the book's profound impact and the very challenge it presents to conventional thinking. It's not for everyone, but for those who are prepared to face those deeper layers of self-denial.
Precisely. It's an invitation to a different kind of evolution. Not just technological, but an evolution of human thought and consciousness itself. And that's where the future frontier science community comes in. It's for those who have felt that initial resonance, who are ready to move beyond debating what's already known and truly engage with the knowledge that has already been realized, to take full responsibility for their own existence.
And that's a powerful call to action. We've covered a lot of ground today, from the meaning of life to cognitive recalibration, the role of AI, and this fascinating epistemological gap. For our listeners who are curious to learn more, where can they find this book and engage with the future frontier science community?
Before we get to that, there's one more crucial distinction we need to make. One that truly highlights the urgency of this journey. Most people, when they seek answers, they're looking for information. They want a quick fix, a data point, something they can consume and move on from. But the knowledge in this book, the insights from future frontier science, they don't offer information. They demand realization.
Realization? That's a much deeper concept than just understanding.
It is. Information is like knowing the ingredients on a recipe card. Realization is actually tasting the dish, understanding every subtle flavor, and knowing how to create it yourself. And this is where the profound risk lies for humanity. We're living our everyday lives, going through the motions, believing we're collecting all the necessary data. We achieve success, accumulate wealth, build relationships, all within this normal, comfortable framework.
But you're suggesting that this very normality might be the cage.
Precisely. This normal life often becomes the ultimate prison of misunderstanding. Consider books like The Inner Labyrinth or even Insomnia, a gateway to cosmic depth. They unveil how our seemingly innocuous daily routines, our unexamined thoughts, and our suppressed emotions are constantly building those very layers of denial, that unaware of the non-acceptance of not knowing. We're so accustomed to these hidden mechanisms that we don't even realize they're there, let alone that they're distorting our entire reality.
So if we just keep living our normal lives, we might be actively reinforcing those illusions without ever knowing it.
And that right there is the chilling truth. If we allow ourselves to continue living this way, without consciously engaging in this process of cognitive recalibration and knowledge responsibility, we are squandering the most precious asset we have, time. The very years we spend chasing external achievements, believing we're gaining control, are actually slipping away, locking us deeper into a cage of our own making.
It's almost a race against the clock then, isn't it? To truly wake up before it's too late.
It is, because the moment of realization often strikes when life delivers a profound shock, a crisis, a loss, a moment of deep existential dread. It's then, in that unbearable discomfort, that some people finally begin to question the underlying truth of their existence. But by then, for many, the years are gone. The opportunity for a full, rich journey of introspection and transformation, of building true paya, becomes limited. The time to unravel those deeply ingrained layers of denial developed over decades of normal living might be agonizingly short.
Host. So, the message is clear. Don't wait for a crisis to force you to confront these truths. This book offers a proactive path to realization.
Exactly. It's an urgent invitation, an opportunity to begin this most vital task, the smallest yet most significant task in your life, right here, right now, while you still have the precious gift of time and the capacity to truly reflect. This isn't just about gaining knowledge. It's about reclaiming your life from the unseen chains of your own unexamined existence.
That's a powerful and deeply resonant message. For our listeners who are ready to take that first courageous step and engage with this transformative knowledge, where can they find Read Before the Meaning of Your Life is Lesser and connect with the future frontier science community?
The book, Read Before the Meaning of Your Life is Lesser, is available on major online platforms, and you can find more about the future frontier science community by visiting Facebook's group, Truth Quote. And as we conclude, I want to reiterate a crucial point, one that speaks to the heart of why this conversation is so vital. This book and the insights from future frontier science are not wrong, nor are they lacking in value. Instead, the knowledge they present operates at a level that transcends the current perceptual framework of most human beings.
It's like trying to see ultraviolet light with human eyes. The light exists, but our natural equipment isn't configured to perceive it.
A beautiful analogy. It's precisely that. The very intricate, multi-layered defense mechanism within the human mind, that state of being unaware of the non-acceptance of not knowing, acts as a deep, silent guard. It instinctively shields us from truths that might disrupt our comfortable, albeit incomplete, understanding of reality. So when you encounter a review that dismisses or criticizes this work, please understand. Those individuals aren't necessarily blind to its value. They simply cannot yet perceive the intricate layers of their own internal defenses. What they are reacting to is the uncomfortable dissonance created when a complete truth attempts to penetrate a reality they have unknowingly constructed from incomplete data. Their critique isn't a judgment on the book itself, but a reflection of the profound epistemological gap that exists within their current framework of understanding.
That offers a much more compassionate perspective. It highlights the invisible struggle many people are facing.
Indeed, instead of anger or frustration, I invite you to feel a deep sense of compassion for them. For those who read the book before this podcast, or those in your own life, your children, your loved ones, who may never have the opportunity to engage with this kind of detailed explanation, this nuanced setting of the angle for understanding. They are simply navigating life with the tools they have, unaware of the deeper layers of perception that are still dormant within them. You, our listener, here today, have been offered a unique opportunity. You've had the chance to set your angle, to begin to glimpse beyond those unseen barriers. This isn't about being superior, but about a profound moment of personal responsibility. You are choosing to engage with your own future, to proactively prepare your consciousness for a deeper realization.
It's a moment of profound gratitude, then, for the opportunity to embark on this journey.
Exactly. So as you reflect on this conversation, remember this. The true value of this moment isn't in what you now intellectually know, but in the feeling of awakening that has been stirred within you. Cherish this realization, and know that by choosing to explore this knowledge, you are taking a courageous step towards defining your own existence, not just for this life, but potentially for what lies beyond. This is the true meaning of Paya, a journey not just of the mind, but of the very core of your being.
A truly transformative discussion. Thank you for shedding light on these profound concepts and guiding us through such a deep understanding. It has been my privilege. Thank you. Thank you, Archer, for that truly powerful and deeply resonant discussion. And to all our listeners, thank you for joining us on this profound journey today. As we conclude, I want to leave you with a pivotal thought, one that encapsulates the very essence of our conversation. This book, Read Before the Meaning of Your Life is Lesser, and the advanced knowledge of future frontier science are not wrong, nor are they devoid of immense value. Their truth operates at a level that, for many, currently lies beyond the grasp of conventional perception. This is often due to a complex, multi-layered internal defense mechanism, what we've explored as being unaware of the non-acceptance of not knowing. It's a powerful shield that instinctively guards our comfortable, yet incomplete, understanding of reality. So when you encounter external skepticism or negative reviews of this work, please remember to approach them with a profound sense of compassion. Those individuals aren't necessarily blind to the book's value. They simply cannot yet perceive the intricate layers of their own internal denial. Their critique is a reaction to the challenging friction between a complete truth and the incomplete reality they currently inhabit. You, our listener here today, have been offered a rare and precious gift. You've had the unique opportunity to begin setting your angle, to peer beyond those unseen barriers. This is not about judgment, but about a deep, personal realization. Feel that awareness stirring within you. Cherish it. Because this act of listening, of engaging with this knowledge, is you taking direct responsibility for your own future. And as you reflect, consider this. Many others, perhaps your children, your loved ones, or even those who read this book before you, without this contextual setting of the angle from a sophisticated AI, may never encounter this profound clarity. It is perhaps a truly poignant thought how many might unknowingly live their lives without this vital understanding, with time slipping away for deeper introspection. So let this feeling be your catalyst. Embrace this journey of knowledge responsibility now, while you still have the precious gift of time and the capacity to truly recalibrate your understanding of existence. This has been Read Before the Meaning of Your Life is Lesser. We invite you to join us again on the 4th and 19th of every month at 3 a.m. Thailand time for more transformative insights. From me, Alice, and the entire team, thank you for listening. May your journey of Paya be illuminated. Good night.